Welcome to Great Chefs of the World. Today we explore the New World cuisine of the Caribbean, featuring some of the island's finest chefs.
The starter this time is prepared at the Stingray Cafe at the El Conquistador Resort in Puerto Rico. Chef Dane Smith uses his flair with Caribbean product with bonito tartare and cilantro aioli. From Tortola, British Virgin Islands, Chef Rick Buttafuso cooks the entree at the Sugar Mill restaurant. It's his creation and a signature dish at the restaurant, Sugar Mill Plantation pork roast. Finally, the dessert from Antigua and the great French restaurant Le Bistro. Pastry chef Philippa Esposito creates a confection of passion fruit and raspberry mousse wrapped in chocolate and served with a tuile horn of plenty. Chef Dane Smith has owned the Stingray Cafe since 1996. Prior to that, he had extensive experience in hotel kitchens, including the big El Conquistador and the Donald Trump property, St. Moritz Hotel. His appetizer reflects his interest in Caribbean cuisine and uses bonito, the smallest and strongest flavored tuna, in a tartare.
Okay, the first thing we're going to do is to take the cilantro and chop it up a bit. We're going to place it into a blender so it doesn't have to be chopped up real fine. But this is cilantro. It's native of Puerto Rico, and it grows wild all over the island.
The chef added cold water to the cilantro and is required to blend and scrape down the sides several times before the puree is finished. The puree is a significant flavor factor in the aioli.
Now we're going to make the garlic aioli. Okay, we have the egg yolk, lemon juice, the mustard, we'll take the garlic and we'll mash the garlic. This is roasted garlic. Mashes up very easily. Start adding the oil in a stream. It'll become the consistency of mayonnaise when it's ready. Alright, I will season it with a little bit of salt, cayenne pepper, and a little fresh ground white pepper. And we'll add a little bit more lemon juice right on top of that to help all the spices dissolve and mix together and blend the flavors. At this point, we'll add the cilantro puree. and it becomes a beautiful, brilliant green color there. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to slice the tuna very thinly, and as you see, it should be very translucent, should be very brightly colored, and for the tuna tartare you really need to have a grade A or a sushi grade tuna.
The tuna is cut into a medium dice. The tuna is flavored with Bermuda onion, aioli, ginger, cayenne pepper, lemon juice, and rice wine vinegar.
Truly, that's plenty for what we're doing. Fine. Start out with finely minced Bermuda onions. We're going to take some of the cilantro aioli that we just made. Very small amount, just a pinch of the ginger, and literally a pinch of cayenne, salt, lemon juice, and rice wine vinegar. Then we're going to use the ground black pepper, a rather coarse grind, and then gently mix it up.
The garnish includes baby greens and onion sprouts.
Put the sauces on the plate. To sauce the plate, we put the sauce in a squirt bottle. We're going to spread it out. And this is a sweet soy.
The first sauce was the aioli.
And we'll fill our cylinder. Now this could be done as well with a PVC pipe that has been cut to this size and shape as well. Okay, we're going to press it down.
Deep fried yucca chips garnish the tartare.
Okay, then we're going to place this, the tuna tartare, in the cylinder in the center of the plate. And we're going to take our baby greens, it's a little grapeseed oil, and a little white wine vinegar. Now we're going to unmold the tuna tartare.
It would be a good idea to thoroughly chill the tartare in the cylinder before service. During his career, Rick Buttafuso has worked in a Jewish deli, an Italian, and a German restaurant, then explored Caribbean cuisine at the Sugar Mill. Under his guidance, the restaurant was named Best Restaurant in the Caribbean by Caribbean Life and Travel. For the entree, he uses an island favorite, pork, stuffed and roasted. A pork tenderloin is trimmed and then prepared for a marinade.
If that's all right. Next thing we want to do is we want to split it down the center. Some people stuff it whole, but I find this way comes out really, puts the marinade into the meat, it's more flavorful. So what you have is a rectangular shaped piece of pork tenderloin. We're going to pound it into a larger rectangular shape. First thing we're going to do is we're going to season it with a little salt and pepper. Both sides. Push it into the meat. We'll put it in our bowl. And our marinade consists of some chopped garlic, touch of soy sauce, a little orange juice, and a little bit of pineapple juice. And you really want to work this in good into the meat. You want to mix the marinade in good. Press it in with your hand. You're going to want to let this set for about maybe an hour or so. Much longer, the meat will start to fall apart. Okay, for our stuffing, what we have is, I've got about 2 plantains here, but put the plantains into the mixer. And our egg white. To this, we're going to add our diced ham. Scallions.
During this sequence, the racket you hear is a capricious Caribbean rainstorm, winningly falling on a tin roof.
Mix it up. To this, we're going to add some seasoned breadcrumbs. You can add plain breadcrumbs. If you add plain breadcrumbs, you're going to need to add salt and pepper. If you add the seasoned like I have, your salt and pepper isn't required. Plus, you have the ham in there, which has a lot of salt in it already. What we're looking for is an oatmeal consistency, a thick oatmeal consistency. We'll put our stuffing right in the center. Probably enough. I'm going to spread this evenly. You want to leave a little border around the edge so when you roll it, it all doesn't just come out. And we're going to roll this. I'm going to tuck in the side. I'm going to roll it over. So, got our string. I want to tie it. So, we're going to brush it again with a little butter. People use caul fat to keep the tenderloin nice and moist, but I find butter works just as good. And we're going to put it into a 500-degree oven for about 30-40 minutes or until it comes out nice and firm to the touch.
A black bean sauce is started by sweating chopped onions and garlic with rendered diced bacon.
Now our onions are just starting to get real soft and turning a little bit brown. We're going to add our diced red and yellow pepper. To this, I'm gonna add my spices, which are a little bit of clove, coriander, cumin, fresh or ginger, and Cajun spice, which contains paprika, cayenne pepper, basil, oregano, garlic powder. Add it to the pan now instead of putting the beans in first, because the direct heat brings out, it enhances the flavor, brings out the spice. To this, we're going to add our black beans.
The cooked beans were rinsed and drained.
And a little touch of sugar. Stir this up. Then we're gonna add you can use stock, chicken stock, or water. I use water since there's no meat product in this at all. What you want to do is you want to mash it down a little bit with your spoon. It'll start thickening the sauce. You only want to cook this for about 10 or 15, maybe 10 minutes until the peppers start to soften a little bit. But you want to see the nice peppers in your sauce when you're putting the pork on top.
The pork roulade rested before carving.
Take our plate. Take a little of our black bean sauce. Put it around the front of the plate. Like this. That's plenty. Take our sliced pork. We'll just lay this out. That should be plenty. I use a little sour cream and a little water. Thin it out a little bit. We'll just right down the front, like so. Just make a little design. Just mix it in. And we'll finish the plate with some fried Tanyas.
Tanya is a Caribbean potato.
I'm going to just put a little of this in the back part of the pork in front of the Tanya.
Mango salsa and sautéed julienne vegetables complete the dish. Two important factors in pastry work are temperature and humidity, which make chefing in the Caribbean a spine-tingling experience. Philippa Esposito, with husband Rafael, owns Le Bistro on Antigua and throws caution to the wind with her dessert: chocolate-wrapped passion fruit raspberry mousse with tuile cookies. Passion fruit, or lilikoi, is cut in half and the seeds and flesh scooped out.
After this is boiled, it has to be strained to remove the pips.
The passion fruit pulp is cooked in a simple syrup mixture for about 20 minutes, then strained and chilled. Meanwhile, raspberries are pureed with a little sugar. This puree is strained, then goes back into the food processor with the lilikoi puree and melted, unflavored gelatin. The puree mixture is combined with whipped cream and kept cool. The mousse will be presented in chocolate ribbon affair made by spreading melted chocolate on plastic strips.
Stand them up on the end, and unfasten. Leave on a plate to cool.
After the chocolate ribbons have set, the fruit mousse is spooned in. Chill for at least 2 hours. One of the garnishes uses the egg white-based cookie batter, tulipe. The cookies are shaped into thin rounds and decorated with melted chocolate. The advantage of a tulipe cookie is that it can be shaped in a variety of ways, but it is a tricky operation even for experienced pastry chefs. Here the chef shapes a cornucopia, and in the process demonstrates how quickly the cookie cools and sets up, rendering one of them, unfortunately, unusable.
It puts them up very quickly. So.
Presentation begins by removing the plastic from the chocolate containers. Raspberry and mango purees, along with heavy cream, decorate the plate. Whipped cream is piped into the cornucopia. Fresh fruit garnishes.